Spirit Guide and Automatic Writing course. Hi, thank you so much for taking the time to visit my Etsy shop and for purchasing this course. It really is appreciated. My name is Natasha Chamberlain, and I am the creator of this course. I wrote it with the help of my spirit guides and my angels. I hope that you'll find it to be helpful. I hope that it will answer all the questions you have and guide you on your spiritual journey in meeting and connecting with your own spirit guides. Once you connect with your spirit guides, it's an absolutely amazing feeling. You just realize what a big soul family you have out there, a spiritual family. And it's rewarding, it's enlightening, it's a beautiful experience. So I hope that you'll enjoy this course. And without further ado, we'll jump straight into it. I'll now explain a bit more about what this course entails and share with you the contents of the course, basically, just to give you an idea of what you can expect for this whole course video. Okay, so first of all, we start off with a bit of a personal message from myself. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone, because I'm so grateful for those who have purchased this course, and I do hope that you'll find it helpful. If you need any help during the process of this, then please just reach out to me. I will send you my email address, or you can just message me via my Etsy shop, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have while you're doing the course. Okay, and now we're on the second part, which is the introduction. And then after this section of the course, we will move on to step 3, which is the various types of spirit guides and angels. This is where I'll be teaching you about the different types of spirit guides that we have. We have so many. There's so many of them. I say spirit guides and angels. It's actually just spirit guides. We have loads of angels too, but I do a separate course on angels. So this course is just for spirit guides. But we have so many different types of guides, and I'm excited to share with you all the different types that we have. We'll be looking at the Ascended Masters, which are very high vibrational spirit guides. We'll look at runner guides, deceased loved ones in spirit. Those are loved ones who are here to help and guide us. Our highest level spirit guides, they're the ones I always call on when I'm doing my personal readings. Joy guides, absolutely love the joy guides. I hope you'll love them too. They just I can't wait to tell you all about them. Native American and Chinese guides, teacher guides, and animal guides. And the animal guides, there's quite a variety of them. So we will be looking at each type. Not every single one, because there's so many of them. But the types that we're going to be looking at is, we'll look at a shadow animal guide, a life animal guide, a messenger animal guide. I'll also teach you about a journey animal guides. We'll look at wolf, bear, stag and deer, hawk, ladybugs, and pelicans. So they're the animals I chose, but there's so many different animals. These are all different spirit guides we have, and the different roles they play in our lives and how they individually help us. So, yeah. So that's looking at all the different guides. And once we've looked at the different types of spirit guides that we have, I will be teaching you how to learn to see your spirit guides. And that helps you to better connect with them and see who your spiritual helpers are. We'll also do quite a different variety of reawakening our imagination exercises. These help us to better see our guides. It's just opening our third eye, and I will explain more about this in the course. So we'll focus on reawakening our imagination exercises. We'll do the memory exercise, the circus exercise. There'll be meditations we can do together, and a whole lot of other exercises that help to reawaken our imagination and our third eye. We'll also create an inventory of your life. I'll help you to do this. And then we'll move on to looking at how many spirit guides you have, and what your guides' names are, how to sense when your spirits are around you, when you're around a spiritual presence, when your spirit guides are near you. And I'll also teach you how to see your spirit guides. So we're going to be covering quite a lot. And from there, we'll look at signs that spirits send us, different signs that they send us to comfort us. Our spirit guides are talking to us all the time. They're always there. They're always communicating with us. And so I'll help you to recognize those signs that spirits send, as well as just to tune into their energy and to realize how your spirit guides speak to you. Because we all sense differently. I will explain this all in the course, but it should be quite fun learning the signs, and not just the signs, but also learning how each individual spirit guide communicates with you. And then you can also know which one you're connecting with at any different time. From there, we'll look at automatic writing, and we'll do quite a few different automatic writing exercises. And then I'll share with you homework. There's definitely homework. Yeah, and then that's basically the end of the course. So hopefully, well, I'm sure you most definitely will. By the end of the course, you should have learned so much on spirit guides and be connecting with your own guides. And yeah, just having that bond with them and working with them. So without further ado, we're going to finally jump into this course. Again, contact me if you need help with anything. Each and every one of us has spiritual helpers who guide us in our everyday lives. Whether you're aware of them or not, they are there. Some of these spiritual helpers stay with us from birth, while others come and go throughout the different stages of our lives. These spiritual helpers are our spirit guides. We have teacher guides, animal guides, Native American guides, nature guides, healing guides, runner guides, and many other types of guides, all who are here to assist us in everything that we do. Our spirit guides may be our loved ones who have passed over, loved ones from previous lives, and other spiritual beings who have volunteered their time to help and guide us. When it is my time to leave this world, then I would love to come back as a spirit guide so that I can continue to help and guide others, as this is something that I'm very passionate about. Unlike angels who have never lived a life on the earth plane, spirit guides are people who have lived before and who have passed over. People who have lived before and who would like to serve God or serve other people by helping and guiding each of us. Each of us can have anywhere from 30 to 40 spirit guides at any given time in our lives. The number of guides that each of us have is ever changing. It's always changing. It's depending on our situations at the time and our lives and just what help that we need at that particular time in our lives. So we have spirit guides who are with us from birth and ones who come into our lives at different stages during our lives, and once they've fulfilled their purpose, they've helped us with what help we needed at that time, then they move on and they go and help other people. So it's a mixture of spirit guides. Both our guides and our angels love to be called upon. They want us to call on them. They want to help and guide us, and they want you to ask them for help. They want you to ask them for guidance. And they want you to communicate with them. They want you to share your thoughts with them. They love helping. That's their sole purpose. That's what they want to do. So never feel guilty or afraid for asking for advice or help from your guides and angels, because they absolutely love you calling on them. They want you to know that they are there for you at any time that you need them. Just call on them and they'll be there. I see my spirit guides and my angels as part of my family. I see them as my spiritual family. And once you get to know them and get to know your own guides and get to know who they are and you connect with them, then hopefully you'll learn to love them, or you'll develop a strong love for them. And you'd never want to be without them because they help so much. They really do. I can't stress enough. I don't know where I'd be without my spirit guides. They've helped me so many times throughout my life, and I'm so grateful to them. So we'll now look at the various types of spirit guides and angels in more detail. Like I say, there are so many, just so many. The few that I'm sharing with you are literally just a handful of the different types of spirit guides that we have. So we'll now move on to the Ascended Masters. They'll be the first ones that we'll be focusing on and looking at. So Ascended Masters. Ascended Masters are spiritual beings who have lived human lives before. They have lived through many, many incarnations and have learned all the life lessons that they needed to learn. They have passed through all the tests that God had set before them. Ascended Masters have also worked through all their karma. They've cleared all their karma. They've worked through it. They've had every single human experience in life through all the different lifetimes and incarnations that they've lived. They have learned to forgive both themselves as well as others. Ascended Masters have had, as I say, every kind of human experience, and they have fulfilled each of their life purposes. These spiritual beings have evolved. They've evolved to a much higher vibration and a far higher frequency. They have passed through ascension, which means that they do not have to return to earth again, as they have completed the life course that God has set before them, or the universe, whoever you pray to, but they've basically have completed the life course that was set before them. They are now highly evolved beings whose purpose is to teach and guide us how to live in light and love. When we pass over, and once we have learnt all that needs to be learnt, we then begin to evolve and grow, and we continue learning and working on our spiritual paths. We have the choice to be born again and live another earthly life. This is where past lives come from. Or we have the choice to remain in heaven or wherever we are, and to grow and develop our spiritual work. Or we have the choice to return to earth, but as a spirit guide to help and guide others, or to continue with our spiritual work and move to higher enlightenment. So the Ascended Master guides, are guides who have chosen to assist others, and they have, as I say, gone through all the different ascensions, and they are of a very high vibration. Ascended Masters have the important job of helping us to reach higher levels of spiritual consciousness. They help to teach us truth, love, wisdom, and forgiveness. They help us to guide us on the right path in life. They also offer us sound advice and guidance and teach us important lessons that we need to learn. These beings are of such great vibration that they hold deep within them powerful energy, such as God or the universe's powerful energy. Ascended Masters are also incredibly wise. They have learned a great deal, and they have worked long and hard to get to where they are now. These beings are of pure heavenly light, and they radiate love and light to the earth. And they try to help and assist us on our spiritual journeys. When Ascended Masters were living on earth, their last lifetime on earth, they would have been, in that last lifetime, a very influential person, such as a pope, a priest, Jesus, Mary, the saints, Saint Nicholas, anyone like that, because by then they would have lived all the lifetimes they were needed to have lived. We'll now move on to the next type of spirit guide, which is runner guides. Runner guides are spirit guides who help us in our everyday lives with our daily chores and basically in every situation. I love my runner guides. I'm always calling upon them for help, and I can really feel their help in my everyday life. They've always been such a great support to me, and to my loved ones. I love them. They're brilliant. Yeah, so basically runner guides are spirit guides who love to help us. They love to be called upon because they love to run. They love to run ahead of us and make things easy and to guide our way and just to make life easier. They love to see us happy and not all stressed out. All you need to do is just ask for their help. Just say, I call upon my runner guides. Please, could you help me with whatever your situation is or whatever task, whatever it is that you need help with? And they will be more than happy to help. And you can really feel their help. You'll see the results quickly. Runners are spirit who want to feel appreciated and they want to be helpful. So it's important to thank them because they love being thanked and appreciated for the help that they do. As with all guides and angels, these spirits are closely connected to the earth and with nature. Runners are spirits who want to help make our daily lives easier and more fun. You can call on your runners if you need help in any of the following: finding the perfect car space to park your car and to find it quickly. They are absolutely brilliant at doing that. If you need help with your shopping or in finding the best deals, if you're unsure on what clothes you want to wear, if you need help in booking the perfect table in a restaurant or making sure that there is a table available, if you need help with your car or transport, such as making a bus arrive quickly or on time, if you need help in getting your children to school on time and for them to behave, if you need a parcel or important letter to arrive to somebody quickly, if you need help finding a lost or misplaced item, they're brilliant at helping with that. If you need help in making a long shopping trip, just not be so long and so daunting. Basically anything, make an appointment to see your doctor or your dentist, help with your exams and studying. They just literally help with everything. Putting your house on the market, finding the best deals or bargains, finding a particular book or product that you're looking for. They love to help you with anything. These are just examples. You can call on them for anything. They're always there, ready to help, and they love it. They absolutely love it. And just remember to always say thank you. Always thank them. Say thank you so much. I really appreciate this help that you've given me. And you'll see results very quickly. The more you call on your runners for help, the more you will actually feel their presence in your life, and the more you'll notice how much easier and less stressful your life will become. They're brilliant. I love them. I work with my runners every day. Runners are indigenous, I can't say that word properly, indigenous spirits who are connected to the land which you live. So, for example, if you live in America, then you will have American or Native American runner guides. If you live in South Africa, then you'll have South African or Zulu runner guides. If you live in England, then you'll have English runner guides and so forth. If you are from England and then you move to Canada, for example, your runners will then change from English to Canadian runners. So you'll get a new set of runner guides. You will have a new set of runner guides who will be waiting to work with you, as runners are connected to the area and the country that you're actually living in. So that's all about runner guides. And next we'll move on to deceased loved ones. Our deceased loved ones are guides too in their own way. They love to come and help us and guide us. And they are our loved ones who have passed over and who have decided that they would like to continue watching over us and guiding us, even though they've passed away. That love doesn't die. That love is so strong that even when we cross over, even when we pass away, we're still there to watch over our loved ones and guide them as best as we can. And that's what these guides choose to do. They choose to be there by your side, helping you every single step of the way. It's because of that deep love, that unconditional love that they have for you. Some of these loved ones you may have met before, such as a mother, a brother, a father, a best friend, grandmother, aunt, uncle, cousin, teacher, even just people you've met in your life. People you've communicated with on the street and they've had a strong bond with you, and they may have decided now that they want to help you in this life. Others you may not have met, as they may have passed over way before you were even born, such as great-grandparents who you've never met in this lifetime, but you're still connected to them. They could have been connected to you through past lives. So it could be someone from a past life, who you've never met in this lifetime, but you were connected in a past lifetime, and they've chosen to stay by you in this lifetime and help you. People from your past lives do like to stay with you and help you through different lifetimes. These guides like to show, all our deceased loved ones, our loved ones in spirit, they all like to show us that they are around by sending you signs. They send you lots of different signs, such as smells, items, songs, thoughts that pop into your head that will remind you of that particular person, and things that would have been personal to you or personal to them. These are the different signs they send. For example, your grandfather used to smoke a certain type of tobacco in his pipe. So you keep finding that you can smell this very same tobacco around you when there is clearly no one in the room or anyone nearby smoking. That's just an example. Or your mother's favorite song keeps playing on the radio over and over, or you keep getting it stuck in your head, or you keep finding yourself singing it. It could be that you find that you keep thinking about your deceased loved one. They could just be on your mind. You could be reminiscing about them, keep daydreaming of them, or you feel as though they are around you. You feel their presence. These are all ways in which our loved ones and those who have passed over send us signs that they are with us and that they are watching over us. There's so many different signs that can be different for everyone. We each individuals, and each of our guides, our loved ones in spirit, they are individuals, so the signs will be different for everyone. You can ask your deceased loved ones for guidance and for help at any time, as they can hear you. They're always there. Even if you ask them in your head, you do not have to ask out loud. Just telepathically put your message across there. They will hear you. Do be careful though when asking their advice, as our loved ones in spirit do not change when they pass over. They are exactly the same people they were when they were living. So, for example, if when your sister was still alive, this is an example, she was terrible at giving relationship advice, then do not go and ask her for advice on relationships, even though she's passed over, as she will only give you the same terrible advice that she gave you when she was alive. So that's just an example. So in a nutshell, our deceased loved ones are still with us. They still have the same personalities and traits as they did when they were living. Just because they have passed over does not mean that they will suddenly have changed or will give you complete, accurate advice that is never wrong. It doesn't work that way. This is why when performing readings, if you are seeking accurate advice and guidance, then it's always best to call upon your highest level spirit guides, which is what we're going to be looking at next. So whenever I do readings for my clients or loved ones or myself, I always call on my highest level spirit guides. They're definitely the best ones to call upon. But our loved ones in spirit, they are with us all the time. They're always there. You may not see them, but they are there. And they love to come near us around special occasions, especially like birthdays and Christmases. They're always there. Wedding days, they'll be with you. Their love is eternal. It is eternal. We'll now look at highest level spirit guides. Highest level spirit guides are guides who vibrate at the highest level vibration, such as ascended masters. These guides have been in the spiritual realm for a very, very long time and have evolved into beings of light, Our highest level guides are both angels as well as spirit guides. The Holy Spirit, Jesus, Mary, archangels, guardian angels, your higher self, nature and animal guides and angels, Native American guides, ascended masters, and just other guides who are all of a very high vibration. These guides are wise and powerful, and they want to guide and help us in any way that they can. These types of guides will always give you accurate advice that will help you and will assist you. These guides are the ones that you want to call on when you're doing any type of spiritual work or that you need guidance yourself. They're the ones who you can get the most authentic and accurate advice, guidance, and information from. These guides want only the very best for us, and they are guides who are filled with heavenly light. If you would like to call on your highest level spirit guides for help, guidance, advice, or before doing any type of spiritual work, then it's pretty simple. All you have to do is just call upon them. Just call upon them. Just say, I call upon my highest level spirit guides. Please assist me with doing this reading for my client, or please advise me on whatever it is that you need advice on, or please help me with whatever it is that you need help on. And they will be right there to help and guide you in any way that they can. We'll now move on to joy guides, and these, I just love them. I love my joy guides. They're so cute. I love joy guides as they are just so cute and they're so helpful and they just have such a positive energy about them. These guides look like little cherubs, like the ones you get on Valentine's and greeting cards, and that are shooting tiny arrows into hearts. These guides are playful, very playful. They're fun-loving little angels who love to help us and love to help remove stress, and they just want to help us relax more and enjoy life more. Their job is to help us to not be so serious all the time, help us to relax more, to have fun, to let our inner child out and just enjoy life. These little cherubs are they're like happy, playful children. They have that childlike energy. They are childish, they're fun, they're exciting to have around, and they help to shower our lives with laughter, fun, and presents. They love giving us presents and gifts. If you're working too hard, then your joy guides will try to get your attention so that you stop and you have a rest. I have a very good example. This happens to me so many times, and it's happened to me once where I was working extremely hard on one of these courses, actually, that I was busy writing when I first started ever writing psychic courses. And I was working 24/7. I was really just plowing myself into my work. I'd been working for hours and hours, and I was feeling tired. I was feeling drained. I kept getting writer's block. I felt tearful, frustrated, and I knew that my joy guides were trying to tell me to stop and have a rest. Yet I was stubborn. I'm always stubborn. And I did not listen. I just kept on working. Halfway through my work, I noticed something moving up the corner of my eye. I looked towards the large French door windows we used to have in my old dining room. And right where I was sitting was this big French door. And there on the other side of the glass door was our neighbor at the time, her gorgeous little cat Solo. And I love that cat. He tapped at the window with his tiny paw as if to say, please play with me. My heart just felt so warm inside. I love animals. I'm the world's biggest animal lover. And I saw his big bright eyes just staring longingly back at me. And I just said, I'm sorry, Solo, I can't play now. I've got to work, maybe later. And I said it out loud because I talk to animals. And Solo was just not having this. And he continued to tap his little paw on that glass French door. And I looked down at him and I just couldn't help. I just started laughing. I couldn't help. I could not resist but tap back on the window and play with him. I then went outside and sat on the ground. And Solo was quite happy to just jump on my lap. And I cuddled him and I played with him and I chatted to him. And I just loved it, and he loved it. He loved the attention, and I loved the break. It was just really nice feeling. About 20 minutes or so later, maybe even half an hour later, I went back indoors and I continued to work. And I noticed that the break had done me the world of good. I felt strong and ready to do my work again. I felt motivated. My writer's block had gone and I just felt rejuvenated. And what had happened was it was actually my joy guides who had worked through Solo, through the cat, to help me to rest and take a break. Because I just had this knowing feeling. I knew the way, excuse me, the way Solo kept tapping on the window, and it was almost like a tapping game, and his big eyes and the way he looked at me. I knew it was my joy guys. They were trying to draw my attention away from my work and get me to go out, have a break, have some fun. And it did. It did me the world of good. I came back, I felt rejuvenated, and I was able to continue on with my work. So that's just an example of how they work. Other times they will make my internet connection stop working, make the phone ring maybe only once or twice, and then when I answer it, there's no one there. And this will keep happening until I say, okay, I'm going to have a break now, and I'll stop working, and then the phone will stop working. The phone will just go silent. I'll go back to work, and I'll be like, ring, 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 answer, there's no one there, and this will get quite annoying. So they can be a bit annoying sometimes, but it's for your own good. They're trying to help you. They're trying to get their message across that you need to rest. Or someone will just keep ringing my doorbell, the doorbell will go, and I'll be trying to get work done, and I'll be like, come on, and I'll go and answer the door, and there's no one there. And that happens a lot, especially when I'm really exhausted, and I can feel, because I tune into their energy, I feel my joy guides there, I feel them telling me, slow down, have a break, and I'm like, nah, I'm going to carry on, and then the doorbell will keep ringing. Go there, there's no one there. And then they'll start ringing again, no one there. And this is what they do. They play little tricks. They're like little tricksters. Yeah, they're cute. I love them. And so that's just another example. And also they'll send me they love sending me birds and sparrows because I'm very connected with animals. So they'll send little tiny birds and sparrows to distract me or to draw my attention away from work. And I've got a few examples of this, which I'll share with you. There's been so many times. This is one of the most common ones that they do to get me to stop working and have a break, where I'll be sitting in my old dining room and where I had the big, massive French doors, glass French doors, and they'll send lots. I mean, this is about 20 to 30, and I'm not exaggerating, tiny little sparrows who will tap on my glass, and I'll look out the window and I'll see all these about 20 to 30 tiny sparrows tapping on the window glass right next to where I'm sitting, because my chair is right next to the glass window. And they'll chirp really, really loudly and hover over the glass and be flying about, flapping their wings for several minutes to get my attention. So this is something they do so many times, and then I'll go and I'll have to stop and I'll look at the birds and I'll chat to them and I'll feed them, and it's just drawing my attention away from work. So that's an example. Our joy guides also like to help us to stop rushing about all the time. They want us to take things slow and to enjoy our day. They'll do little things to help us slow down, such as hiding our keys. Hide and seek. You see, they're very much like children. Little tricksters they are. They'll hide your keys, for example, and other items. So you're having to stop what you're doing and go and try and find your keys. They'll send birds, people, or something else that will distract you and stop you from being in such a rush or overworking or stressing out. Or they'll just do things that are funny to make you laugh. If you're going through a really stressful time in your life, then they'll make a lot of funny things happen that make you laugh, that trigger you in good, positive ways. They try and shower you with joy. Joy guides are like little children. They really are. They are playful and they love to keep us on our toes. They can be annoying, but in a good, playful way. They love to play with us. If we are feeling sad or upset, then our joy guides will, like I say, draw something funny into your life to help make you laugh, to help liven you up. These little guides just love to shower us with special gifts and special presents. You can even ask your guides, say, please, my beautiful joy guides, please shower me with some gifts today. I'd really appreciate it. And watch, you'll see lots of little blessings and gifts coming into your life. They love giving us gifts. These gifts may be in the form of actual physical gifts, such as winning on a scratch card or getting a bonus, someone bringing you a gift, or you find money laying on the street. Or the gifts could be in the form of helping you find the best deals when you go shopping, finding the exact color wallpaper that you were looking for, helping you not to miss your bus or to find that lost earring that you've been looking for ages and ages. Making the sun stay out while you do the school run, and then it pour down and rain hard as soon as you get back indoors. Help you when you're very low in your gas tank, just to get to the station without your car breaking down. But excuse me. Basically, they love to send us gifts, and they love to help make our lives easier and happier and fun. Each day, you could try and just say a little prayer to your joy guides. They love you asking them for help. They want to send you gifts. That's what they love doing. And this is a little one that I do. You can make it personal to you. This is just you don't have to use my own words, but I always say, my beautiful joy guides, I would like to thank you for all the wonderful gifts and presents that you've blessed my loved ones and I with. Please know that they are greatly appreciated. I do appreciate all that you do. Please continue to shower my loved ones and me with gifts and presents each day. We welcome those gifts and we appreciate them. Thank you. So you can use your own words. That's the words I use. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this section all about joy guides. And the more you call on them, the more you ask for their help, the more you'll feel their presence in your life. And it's such a beautiful presence to have around. We'll now move on to the next section, which is Native American and Chinese guides. Native American and Chinese guides are very, very wise spirits. They're very connected with the earth, with nature. They're wise, very, very wise. They have a deep, deep love for nature, for the planet, and for all living creatures and all living things. These guides teach us how to appreciate the world that we live in, how to care for those in need, and how to respect our elders. Native American guides and Chinese guides are, as their name suggests, they're Chinese and Native American Indians and Chinese who have chosen to guide others. They teach us the importance of caring for animals and for the planet and for all living things. These guides are wise, sacred, and powerful. These guides are highly spiritual and help us on our spiritual paths. They give us advice and guidance, and their energy is always soft, it's caring, it's inspirational. They also help to keep us protected from dark entities and negative energies. They dispel any negative energy that's around you, they protect you, and they guide you. They send you spiritual downloads that guide you on your spiritual path. I have a Native American Indian guide called Brother Bear, and he is just amazing. Well, there's two. There's Brother Bear and there's High Flying Eagle. High Flying Eagle is the one that connects with me the most. And I usually, like in my mind's eye, I would see a massive eagle. I'll be like laying in my bed or doing something, and all of a sudden the room will look like the sky. Or I'll be looking up at the ceiling and the roof will turn into the sky. I can see it with my physical eyes sometimes, and other times in my mind's eye. And then all of a sudden I'll see this massive eagle flying across the room. And this eagle will come down, and I'll jump on, spiritually in my mind's eye, I'll jump on the eagle's back, and I'll be taken on adventures. On these adventures, I'll be going through mountains, flying through mountains, and I'll be shown different things I need to learn, different lessons. I'll be taught knowledge. They teach you so much knowledge. And then afterwards, my eagle will turn into a Native American man who I know I had a past life with. I can feel it so strongly that he was my brother in a past life. And I'll sit there and we'll talk and just talk, and you'll tell me so much knowledge. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful experience. And I also have a Chinese guide too. I have so many spirit guides, and I know you all do have too. So hopefully through this course, you'll learn about who your Native American guides are, who your Chinese guides are, and who all your guides are. They are beautiful. But Chinese guides and Native American guides, they are very wise. Very wise. I can't express how wise they are. You can feel it. You feel their energy. I can feel it so strongly when I have High Flying Eagle around me. We'll now move on to teacher guides. The teacher guides are guides who were once teachers or people who were professional in specific fields when they lived on the earth plane. These guides have chosen to dedicate their time in helping others who are still living. They're using their gifts that they learned when they were living, such as teachers or being a real professional or a guru in a specific field when they were alive, and they continuing now that they're in spirit to teach that and to help others. You can call upon your teacher guides to help you with any chosen field or any area of your life. They can help you with specific subjects, just in life in general. There are teacher guides to help you with maths, with computers, with cooking, spiritual work, spiritual teachers, psychic development, and spiritual growth. There is teacher guides for every single area of your life or situation that you need. Just call upon them, whatever help you need, and they'll be there. You could even say, I call upon a teacher guide who can help me learn art, learn to draw still life drawing, or anything like that. They love to be helpful, and they love to lend you a helping hand. You can even call upon someone famous who has passed over, someone who you probably have a lot of respect for and you admire, or someone who was famous that you know could help you in a specific area that you need help with. And to call on them, to call on any of your spirit guides really is just so easy. You just you just speak to them like you're speaking to a friend. You just say, please, I call upon the teacher guide who can best help me with singing, or best help me with this meal I'm trying to cook tonight. I'd really love your support. Please stand by my side and guide me. And then the universe will send you the teacher guide who is best to help you with that specific thing that you're asking for their help. You could have your car break down, perhaps, or your tire goes flat, and you have no idea how to change a tire. So you could say, please, I call upon my teacher guide. Please help and assist me with fixing this flat tire. What do I need to do? Please help me. And they'll be there. They'll help you. They'll guide you. You'll feel their guidance and their information through inspirations, ideas, feelings. You'll just be guided. Your intuition will guide you as to what to do. And that's how they speak to you. You may be guided to a book or guided to watch a video, for example, and it'll be exactly the help that you needed. Or someone will say something and will have the answer that you were trying to seek. So they help in many different ways. We'll now look at animal guides. We all have a wide variety of spirit animal guides around us. These can be our beloved pets that have passed over, pets from previous lives, as well as animal spirit guides that have chosen to guide us in this lifetime. Each animal guide offers us a different type of help. For example, our beloved pet who has passed over will offer us comfort in times of need. They'll be there for us when we are feeling afraid or need a friend to talk to, feeling low. Or we may have a wolf spirit guide who will be wise and teach us great lessons in life. He will help us to see different situations more clearly and with an open heart. We may have a bear spirit who will help us with our parenting skills and with feminine problems. She will help to guide us and help us to be good parents and help our children to behave and to head down the right path in life. Our animal guides can help us by sending us healing, support, love, inspiration, and teach us. They teach us a lot. They also help us to better understand other animals and people. They teach us to become one with nature and to learn compassion. I'll now teach you about all the different types of animal guides. There's so many that I'm not listing every single one of them in this course. So I'm just going to give you a small handful that I've selected. But each and every one of them is so important, and they all have a different role to play in our lives, and they help us in different ways. So we'll start off with a shadow animal guide, which I'll explain about now. A shadow animal guide is a guide who will try to help us to overcome our fears. They also teach us not to make the same mistakes in life that we've already made, not to keep repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again, especially mistakes that are connected to greed, anger, aggression, fear, thoughtlessness, negative thoughts and deeds, pain, bullying, deceit, lies, shame, and insecurities. They will appear to us in the form of a shadow animal, or you will feel their presence around you as they instill a great fear within you. So you'll feel their presence. They just bring about, they've got a very, very strong presence. They will keep returning until you change your ways or learn from your mistakes. So they're very deep guides with a very strong energy. And their main purpose is to basically help you to not keep repeating past mistakes, not keep repeating past patterns, past cycles, things that are just not healthy for you in any way. And they can be quite daunting. Their energy does not feel that great, but their purpose is for higher causes, for your highest good. The next type of guide we'll look at is a life animal guide. This type of spirit guide is a part of you and will stay with you for all of your life, for the whole of this lifetime. You can have more than one life animal guide throughout your life, depending on the situations you are in and the lifestyle that you're living, your life purpose, and your destiny basically for this lifetime. So that animal guide will be assigned to you depending on your life path and depending on the different situations you are in. These guides are with you to teach you to connect to nature and to guide you in your everyday life. These guides help us on our spiritual paths and help to teach us valuable lessons that we are meant to learn in this particular lifetime. So they're assigned to you for the life that you're living now. Another type of animal guide is a messenger animal guide. These types of animal guides will pass on important messages that are meant for you. Once you have heard their messages, then they will leave and until another message comes through for you. The messages that they pass on are vital messages that you really do need to hear at this time in your life. These could be messages that help you on your spiritual path, in your everyday life, about your relationships, friendships, ideas, goals, your dreams, and illnesses. These guides help you to hear the messages that are meant for you, and they help to inspire you to act accordingly upon these messages. They advise you on how to respond, how to react, and they'll guide you through whatever process that you need to go through at this particular time in your life. So they're very helpful guides. Another type of animal guide is a journey animal guide. A journey animal guide is a guide that helps us to move from one phase of our lives into the next. This guide will stay with us through each cycle of our lives and help us to move from one cycle to the next. You see, our lives are made up of cycles. This is like the different chapters of a book. Each chapter is a new cycle. A cycle can usually last anywhere from between 9 to 10 years in a person's life, and then we go through to a new cycle. It depends on how much you learn in that particular cycle, and whether you've learned the lessons you had to. So it could go on for a bit longer. It's going to be different for everyone. Although I personally believe that each cycle changes can happen when we have learned all the lessons. So if you've learned a lesson for that particular cycle, say in 3 to 5 years, then I feel you go into the next cycle. That's just my personal opinion on that. Though usually they say average, it'll be about every 9 or 10 years or so that we all go through a different cycle, like a new chapter of a book. So basically, the journey guide's purpose is to help teach us different lessons that we need to learn for each cycle. They help us go through these lessons, and they help us to stay on the path that we are meant to be on. If we are led astray or we start going off the path that we're meant to be on, then they'll try and bring our attention back so that we continually stay on the right path. These guides come to us when there are massive decisions to be made or when life hits a crossroad. They are our faithful travel companions as they travel with us everywhere, and they give us support. They guide us in the best way that they can so that we move forward on the life path that is right for us and that is meant for us. And they help us to go through the different transitional periods in our lives and the different cycles. So they're quite an inspiration. So that's the main 4 types of animal guides, the main 4 categories that we have of animal guides that watch over us. And these guides can come in so many different forms, such as wolves, deers, bears, tigers, elephants, giraffes, and so on. Each guide has a specific purpose and lesson to teach us. They all have a specific purpose. So I'm now going to share with you some individual animal guides and what each one's purpose is. Like I say, there's so many, I've only just chosen a small handful. So the first one we're going to look at is the wolf. The wolf spirit guide helps us to learn to trust others and to have faith in ourselves as well as others. These guides remind us of the lessons that we still need to learn in this lifetime. They offer us protection. They're very, very protective animals, and they help us to see various situations a lot more clearer. Wolves also help us to use our psychic intuition and helps us to better understand more about our feelings, how to be a good judge of character, how to understand others' feelings more. They help to give us courage and strength, especially in emotional situations or when we have hit a very bad period in our lives. This spirit guide will help to uplift you and guide you, and just to get you back on track again. The wolf spirit also helps us to let go of that which does not serve us, that's not healthy for us. It helps us to open all our senses and connect with our spiritual side, and also to remember who we are as a person. The wolf guide loves to help us to recognize our true strengths, our capabilities, and it really does help to build our self-confidence and our self-esteem, as well as be faithful and loyal to those that we love. These spirit guides will enter your life and guide you when you hit a crossroads in your life, or feeling low in self-confidence or are depressed, when you have many decisions or choices that need to be made, or just when you need help on your spiritual path. They will enter your life when you need them the most, especially when you need protection, courage, strength, motivation, and ambition. Next, we'll look at the bear spirit guide. The bear spirit guides help us with family, children, pregnancy, and feminine issues. These animals, they help us to better understand our children's needs and desires. They help us in being good parents and to show us what needs to be done. The bear animal spirit guide also helps to give us strength and teaches us how to survive in this life. When you feel stuck or weighed down by fear or emotion, the bear will come to your aid and assist you. This bear also is very attracted to people who are pregnant. So if you're pregnant, you'll definitely have a bear guide around you. This guide helps to make us feel more secure, safe, protected, and wanted. They help us to follow our ambitions and our desires. The bear spirit also helps us on our spiritual path and helps us to realize how powerful and unique we are as individuals, what our true gifts are, our talents, our capabilities. This animal guide helps us to become leaders and stand up for our beliefs. People who are leaders, bosses, parents, pregnant, have fertility issues, or keep trying for a baby, people who work with children or healthcare, working on their spiritual path, people who need help with self-confidence, courage and strength, will all have a bear guide by their side aiding them. These spirit guides love to nurture. They help you to become more nurturing to yourself and to others. They're very nurturing energy. Right, we'll now move on to the next section, which is all about stag and deer spirit guides. These animal guides help to teach us important lessons and secrets of the world. They teach us the art of being subtle, gentle, sincere, kind, generous, elegant, and trustworthy. These guides help to boost our self-confidence and to find our place in the world, where we belong, find our feet. Stag and deer animal guides are very wise, very, very wise, and can give us great counsel. They help us to see both sides to each story and how to deal with important matters that may arise in life, how to stay calm and collective. They help us to not let our egos get the better of us or to rule our emotions. Deer and stag animal guides teach us that it is okay to let our hair down sometimes and to not overwork or over worry. They teach us to learn for each of our experiences so that we may move forward on our life path. These guides teach us to become more aware of our emotions. They help us to deal with issues or emotional things that arise or that need our attention and how to best deal with these. And they also teach us how to be our true selves and to be the people that we want to be, how to be our true authentic selves. They're beautiful. They have such a beautiful, calm, gentle energy. You'll know when your stag or deer guides around you because you'll feel wiser, you'll feel calm, you'll just have a sense of calm and peace that comes over you. Right, we'll now move on to the next animal guide, which is the hawk animal spirit guide. The hawk spirit guides are guides who help us to plan ahead for our future, to help us see our goals more clearly and our ambitions, our targets, and to find the best way in accomplishing our goals, how to best accomplish our goals. They help us to see each situation in our life with a greater perspective and to know the best way of dealing with them and how to best move forward. Hawk guides help us to keep ourselves grounded and protected. If we are under psychic attack or in the presence of a negative energy, then these guides will warn you. They'll send you signs. Hawk guides help us to stay focused and to motivate us. They help us to see our talents and how to best use them, how to utilize our talents and our gifts. They also help us to learn to not try and control others or the events around us. They bring us a great deal of wealth of information and they're constantly working with us in our everyday lives. Most of us have a hawk spirit guide, or if we don't, there's other guides who do very similar roles. But these are very powerful spirit guides, and you'll definitely feel their energy when they're around you. We'll now look at ladybug spirit guides. These guides teach us to connect with nature and ourselves. They teach us the importance of letting go of resentment, fear, anger, or depression. Ladybug guides teach us how to enjoy the little things in life and how to take time out to rest, to meditate, and nurture our own selves. These guides teach us to appreciate our lives and those around us. They teach us that life is too short to hold grudges or have regrets. They inspire us to follow our heart's desires and to live each day to the full. Also to appreciate all that we do have in our lives, all the gifts, the blessings, and to appreciate ourselves as individual people. They have a very loving energy around them, an energy of appreciation and nurturing, and they really do help us to forgive ourselves and forgive others in every way we can. We'll now look at pelicans, pelican spirit guides. These guides teach us the importance of forgiveness. They teach us how to forgive others as well as ourselves. The pelican guide also helps to guide us in how to let go of the things in our lives that are just no use for us anymore, things that weigh us down, things that make us unhappy, and things that are unhealthy for us. They help us to let go of resentment, fear, and anger. Pelican guides help us to lighten up and enjoy all that we're blessed with. Enjoy each day and all that each day has to offer. These guides teach us to respect others as well as ourselves. They teach us not to judge others, not to judge ourselves, and they teach us how to work together with others and to give others a fair chance.